Listen, the most dangerous prison in this world that doesn't have walls, and almost nobody realizes that they're living inside of it because it can't be seen and it can't be touched. But every decision that you make is influenced by it. And the day that you finally see it, your entire life will begin to change in a major way. Now let's talk about this prison. The prison of waiting. You keep believing that life will begin one day. You say things like, I'll start next month. I'm going to wait until I'm ready. Maybe next year I'll finally start this. But as long as you continue to put this off until tomorrow, tomorrow will never come. Okay, now let's talk about the prison of approval. You slowly stop living for yourself. You worry what other people will think. You change your decisions to please other people. You become afraid of being judged. It's time for you to step out of your comfort zone. Who cares what they think? Who cares what they're going to say? Because what's meant for you is meant for you. Okay, now let's talk about the prison of comfort. Nothing is wrong, but nothing changes. This means you avoid taking risks. This means you choose the familiar routines. This means you settle for predictable days. It's time for you to step out of your comfort zone, okay? Because when you do something different, you're going to get different results, okay? Now let's talk about the prison of fear. This one is big because fear starts making your decisions. And what does this mean? It means you don't apply yourself. It means you don't ask. It means you don't even try. A lot of the times your logical mind will try to talk you out of things that's actually meant for you, okay? Logic is literally fear dressed up in a nice suit, okay? Now let's talk about the prison of overthinking, okay? You confuse thinking with action. This means you keep researching, you keep replaying possibilities over and over again, and it actually results in you never actually beginning, okay? I'm telling you. Now let's talk about the prison of your past. This one is big because yesterday, it quietly controls today, right now. This means the old mistakes, they define you. Regrets, they keep following you. You keep reliving old failures over and over again. You have to realize the past is gone and the future's not here yet. You have to live in the present right now. You have to become the greatest version of yourself right now. And the future that you desire to have will manifest, okay? Never let your past dictate your future or your present, okay? Now let's talk about the prison of comparison. Okay, this one is big because someone else's life becomes your measuring stick. You compare your success to someone else's. You compare your timing to someone else's. You compare your progress to someone else's. As long as you do this, this means you're not focused on your own journey. You have to focus on yourself, okay, because what's meant for you is meant for you, all right? You have a unique journey, a unique purpose that you are fulfilling right now, okay? Now let's talk about the prison of certainty, okay? It's like you refuse to move without guarantees, without knowing for sure that it's going to work. You want proof first. You wait for the perfect timing. You avoid uncertainty, okay? You have to do things that you're not certain about, okay? When you step out of your comfort zone, that means you're not living in certainty, okay? You're unsure if this is going to work, but you have a feeling that it's going to work. You have to trust your intuition, okay? Now let's talk about the prison of negative voices. I think we all have this all the time, all right? And I'm not just talking about your own voices. I'm talking about other people's opinion. They become your truth. You're dreaming too big. Be realistic. That'll never work. People will always try to keep you where you're at. They're always secretly comparing themselves or competing with you, so they don't want you to evolve. They don't want you to become successful, okay? And you also have to watch out for your own negative self-talk. This is very, very important, okay? Now let's talk about the prison of self-doubt since we're talking about self-talk, okay? You become your biggest obstacle. All right. You question your abilities. You minimize your strengths. You assume you're not good enough, or you're not fast enough, or you're not smart enough. I'm telling you, a lot of the times that negative talk will try to creep in. That is resistance. OK, you have to replace that negative talk with positive talk. Yes, I can do this. I'm definitely perfect for this. I know I can make this happen. You have to always be positive all the time. You have to have a vibration of positiveness, of readiness. OK, now let's talk about the prison of busyness. I always hear a lot of people talking about I'm too busy and all of this, okay? Being busy replaces making progress, okay? And this is like endless errands all the time, constant distractions, never enough time, okay? I hear people make so many excuses of how busy that they are that they never actually take inspire action to actually create the things that they truly desire, okay? You want to avoid this at all costs. Now let's talk about the prison of perfection. Okay, this one is big because you believe everything has to be perfect the first time. That means you keep rewriting, you keep delaying posting your post, okay? You never feel like you're ready because you want everything to be so perfect. You have to start right now. You have to do it right now. It's not going to be perfect, but each time you do it, it's going to get better and better. You have to understand this. Now let's talk about the prison of excuses, okay? Every reason, it sounds believable, all right? I don't have enough money right now. I don't have enough time right now. I'll do it later, okay? As long as you continue to make excuses, it's like things will never happen, all right? That is resistance, all right? You have to really just surpass all of that. If you don't feel motivated, if you don't feel like you don't want to do it right now, do it anyway, okay? You have to recognize your excuses at the gate. All right. Now let's talk about the prison of familiar pain. It's like you stay where you're unhappy because it's familiar. All right. The same toxic environment, the same toxic relationships, the same unhealthy habits, the same limiting routines. OK, it's time for you to do this right now. If somebody's toxic, if you know that a place is toxic, you have to get that out of your life, okay? You have to become the greatest version of yourself. And a lot of the times when it comes to just toxic people or toxic situations, it was only meant to be there for a season to teach you something, just to, you know what I'm saying? But you can't take this to your next level, all right? You can't take it through the door that you're about to walk into, all right? Now let's talk about the prison of validation. This one is big because your happiness depends on other people, waiting for compliments, needing recognition, chasing approval, okay? You have to step out of that right now, all right? You don't need anybody's approval. You don't need anybody's validation because like I said before, your journey is unique. You have to walk this journey alone, okay? And a lot of the times, these people that's around you, they can't walk this with you, okay? Now let's talk about the prison of distraction. Your attention is constantly stolen all the time, scrolling endlessly on your phone or on the computer or online, okay? Constant notifications popping up, focusing on everyone else's life. You have to understand this. Distractions are going to pop up so much, especially when you're very, very close to manifesting the things that you desire, all right? If you know that scrolling on your phone or just scrolling online or scrolling on social media is not benefiting you in any kind of way, it's not contributing towards you becoming the greatest version of yourself, you have to just get rid of those distractions, okay? Now let's talk about the prison of limiting beliefs, okay? It's like you accept invisible limits and you say things like, people like me don't succeed, or things like, I'm too late. It's impossible. You know, things like that. Those sounds like excuses, don't they? It sounds like that's just actually fear, okay, dressed up as logic. Those are the kind of things that logic will try to tell you, okay? You have to do this no matter what, because right now, this is your season. And you're probably going to see that on a billboard somewhere when you're driving somewhere. You might see it today. You might see it very, very soon. You're going to see a billboard that says, this is your season. That's because it is, okay? It's time to break these chains, all right? Now, let's talk about the prison of blame, okay? Pointing your finger. It's like you give away your power when you do this. Blaming your past, blaming other people, blaming your circumstances, okay? Right now, it's time to take accountability for everything. And you have to understand, everything that you have been through in your life got you to where you're at right now. So everything that you're doing right now is going to get you to the destination where you're headed. And if you see yourself being successful, if you see wealth in your life, that's your destination, okay? That's where you're headed. Now let's talk about the prison of scarcity, okay? You believe there will be enough. You believe there will be enough, okay? That's what I mean by this. See, when it comes to this, It's like you have a fear of just losing money. You have a fear of missing opportunities. You have a fear of taking chances. Okay. That's scarcity. When you live with a scarcity mindset, you can't really manifest the things that you truly, truly desire. Okay. You have to really kind of adopt an abundant mindset. You have to live in abundance, not scarcity. Because as long as you live in scarcity, you're going to continue to see things in your reality that is going to prove that. All right. Now let's talk about the prison of identity. You keep becoming the person that you've always been. That's what this means. OK, this means you repeat the old habits. This means you repeat the old reactions. This means you repeat your old choices. As long as you continue to live like the older version of yourself, you're going to continue to stay stuck in that loop. You have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to step into this new identity that's trying to emerge right now. Okay. And I know you feel it. I know every day you see yourself becoming a better version of yourself. And a lot of the times the older version of yourself will try to pull you back. Okay. It's okay to talk about those people. It's okay to be involved in this low vibrational conversation. Your old identity keeps on trying to pull you back. Okay. But as long as you recognize this, you can continue to become the greatest version of yourself because you can avoid these distractions. You can avoid having your energy stolen. Okay. Now let's talk about the prison of gratification. All right. The future loses its present when you do this. All right. Choosing comfort over discipline. That's what happens. Spending instead of investing. That's another thing that happens. Entertaining instead of growth. All right. You have to understand right now, by any means necessary, you do not need instant gratification. The things that you're doing right now in this present moment is creating that future. Okay. You're not thinking about what's going to happen right now. You have to build something that you're going to thank yourself later for. You're going to look back at yourself and say, good job. You know, a lot of people chase instant gratification, and when they don't get it right away, they quit. They give up. All right. I'm telling you, that is the prison of gratification. Now, let's talk about the prison of doubting yourself. This is almost like that voice that you hear in your mind that's telling you that you can't do something. OK, or let's talk about people. OK, it's like you trust everyone else's opinion except your own. And I'm telling you, a lot of the times people will try to plant seeds of doubt into your subconscious mind. And that is a lot of the times that will be that voice that tells you you can't do this or it's not going to happen. That's someone else's thought. That's someone else's energy. OK, see, when it comes to people and when they plant this into your subconscious mind, you second guess every decision. You constantly seek reassurance all the time. And you will also ignore your own instincts. If you're around anybody right now or people right now, and you know for a fact that the energy is telling you that they're trying to make you doubt yourself, they're trying to make you disbelieve that you can actually become the greatest version of yourself, that you can actually be wealthy, it's time for you to part ways. Okay. I'm not saying just completely cut this person out your life, but, you know, talk to them less. Talk to them less. You're going to see the relationship fade away because there is a misalignment there. OK, the universe will always show you that misalignment. All right. Pay attention to the energy. Energy never lies. Now, let's talk about the prison of waiting for permission. All right. You act like someone else has to approve your life or something has to approve your life. That means you're waiting to be chosen. That means you're waiting to be noticed. That means you're waiting to be told that you're finally ready. It's time to say, I'm ready now. I'm a chosen one right now. Everyone chooses me because I am the person to be chosen. OK, you have to realize you don't have to wait on anybody or anything. It's time to take inspired action right now in this present moment. OK, this is your sign. This is your sign. Now, let's talk about the prison of invisible chains. This one is big. OK, because the hardest chains to break are the ones that you can't see. And I'm talking about old beliefs. I'm talking about hidden fears. I'm talking about unquestioned habits. You have to understand a lot of the old beliefs that you had were they weren't even your beliefs. OK, limiting beliefs about money, limiting beliefs about yourself, limiting beliefs about success. These weren't even your beliefs. And all of those those are just hidden fears. OK, hidden fears that you actually can't do something, or you're actually not good enough. Okay. Even unquestioned habits. All right. Right now, it's like you're starting to form new habits, and a lot of the old habits that you had are attached to the older version of yourself. Okay. Now let's talk about just these different prisons. Okay. These prisons were only, they're so invisible that they're only meant to hold you back. Okay. Now listen to this. All right. The door has always been unlocked. You have to understand this. The strangest part of every invisible prison is this: many of the bars exist in the stories that you keep telling yourself. Okay. The moment you begin questioning those stories, you may discover that the exit was always there all along. You can always break these chains. All right. These chains, they're only meant there to hold you back. These chains, they were programmed into you. This prison is just a program. It's just a construct. All right. Once you learn this, once you realize this, you can start to see those walls. You can start to see those chains, and you have the ability, you have the power to break them right now. You have the ability to just boom, kick the door open. I wish you could see my shoe. Boom, kick the door open. You could kick it open right now. Okay. Because what's on the other side of that door is your success. What's on the other side of those prison walls is abundance. What's on the other side of those bars is wealth. Okay. The life that you desire. You have to break out of this prison right now, this invisible prison. Okay. Now I'm out here today. I walked deep in between these two big tall walls. There was a tunnel back there. Okay. I am definitely not going in the tunnel back there. It was pitch black in there. I wouldn't even go in there with a bright flashlight. Okay, at least not by myself. All right. But it's amazing. Like, the ground is red, I guess, from all of the metal out here from the metal factories. And let me turn this camera around a little bit. Like, you can see like the wall. It's like boom. And then over on this side, there's another wall that goes all the way down. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody out here. At least I don't think anybody's out here. There could be coyotes or something like that, but I'm not really worried about that right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to make this video. That's all I'm here to make. And I like to be in places that, you know, just there's no other energies from other people and things like that around me. And pretty much no Wi-Fi out here, no 5G or none of that out here. You know what I mean? I just like to come to places like this. It's amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? There's even like a piece of metal right here. Oh, from the old steel mill. Oh, I can't tell you how old this piece of metal is, but an old piece of metal from the steel mill. You know what I mean? Right here. And this has got to be hundreds and hundreds of years old. You know what I mean? But I just like to come out to places where I can explore and just be by myself. You know, I guess this is what you would call isolation. I like to be isolated. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times when you isolate yourself, when you get away from other people, you have time to really just focus on yourself. You have time to just meditate. You have time to just create the life you desire, because you can visualize, you can talk to yourself all the time. A lot of the times, I'm telling you, when you're talking to yourself, you're actually talking to your future self. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to make this video real quick to let you know about the invisible prison, because once you notice it, once you see it, you can break those chains. All right. Now, thank you so much for tuning into Millionaire Mindset, where everything happens in divine time by divine design, but you are the divine design. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment on this video, and hype this video up. Until the next video, Millionaire Mindset signing off.